Peace family, Conjure Queen here, and in this segment we are going to be getting into Atomic Ormus. Now listen, I know I've been talking a lot about Atomic Ormus, monatomic gold, but let's get a little bit deeper into it. What is Atomic Ormus? What is atomic gold? Why do we take this? So the first thing that we understand is that gold is a metal. It was known in alchemy to be one of the most highest vibrating metals that there is. The lowest being lead as a base metal, and the highest supreme metal being gold, right? We're talking about alchemy here. Now what happens is, philosophically or alchemically, they were talking in allegory. So allegory basically means that back in the day, they couldn't exactly say what they meant because certain information was not for the public or the common folk. A lot of information was kind of kept only for the noblemen, the noblewoman, higher class, the elite, scientists, and people that were of a certain professional higher ranking class. Throughout the time, more information started to get out to the commoners, to the public, to the masses. One thing that these alchemists studied is that the reason why they use base metal or lead as an allegory for the human body. So basically the lowest vibrating metal is lead, right? Now, let's say lead is like you in your primal state before you came into consciousness. Let's say before, maybe you was eating a lot of junk food. Maybe you were doing acts that were against your higher self. Maybe you were just very ignorant to your true nature, your purpose, your destiny, right? So what happens is, the alchemists believe that any person can transform themselves through a certain process, through the alchemical process, meaning that you have to literally go through that painful process of purging away your sins or purging away the impurities. In order to turn a base metal into gold, they had to go through a certain process. Saint Germain actually has a really good book where he goes deeper into alchemy and how alchemy can be used to transform your life. That book itself did transform my life. Basically, the alchemists would put the base metal into a process and it would transform into gold. So that's what we're doing when we take the Atomic Ormus, when we take the monatomic gold. All of the cells, let's say dead cells or dormant powers, or let's say energies within us that are not activated yet, that are not turned on yet, that are still in a base or lead state. When you take the Atomic Ormus, what it is transforming you alchemically on an atomic level to transform your mind, body, and spirit, right? Everything is connected. If we study holistic spirituality, holistic healing, holistic health, we understand that the body, the spirit, the mind, all of that is connected as one. You can't just ignore one, and think that another one's going to be fine. You can't just take care of your physical body and ignore your spiritual needs. You have to take care of both or all three or many, because there are multiple bodies that we have. However, the Atomic Ormus is going to help elevate your mind and your body and your spirit, where it's going to take your thinking. For instance, okay, how does it elevate your mind? Very specifically, you'll start to think a little bit more advanced. For instance, you might start learning much quicker, picking up on things much faster, being more, more intellectually vast. So let's say, for instance, if you used to have trouble remembering things, let's say you're studying, but you can't remember math, or you can't remember a certain vocabulary word, or you can't remember a certain language. What I want you to do is try to study a new language while you're taking this Atomic Ormus to get your brain muscles functioning. It expands your brain. So you want to put it into practice, and that way you can actually see the growth of your intellectual self advancing, okay? Now, that's how it enhances your mind. Spiritually, you might start either connecting to your ancestors, having dreams about, relatives or family members or loved ones who have transitioned. They may come to you in visions. They may come to you in dreams. You might feel more connected to nature, more connected to the community, more connected to, your surroundings, your environment, because everything has a spirit. You are a spirit, right? Having a physical human existence, experience. So when you take the Atomic Ormus, it's evolving your spirit as well, where you're more in tune with everything else, where you don't feel disconnected. So if you ever felt like kind of disconnected, feeling like you don't belong and stuff like that, a lot of the times it's because your spirit is in balance. But when you take the Atomic Ormus, it gets you back on track and it aligns you with who you're supposed to be. Now, what is it? Physically, your body you might start losing weight, your skin might start clearing up. you might start feeling more energetically like able to do things. So let's say before, if you were eating a lot of junk foods, not working out, not taking the Atomic Ormus, you know, maybe you felt sluggish, you felt kind of heavy, kind of slow. And remember, lead is very heavy. So if you're the type of person, like, even if you are eating healthy, even if you do work out, but you still feel sluggish and tired and lethargic, it has a lot to do with something that's incorrect with your body. Maybe you need to connect your mind, body, and spirit together. So that's what the Atomic Ormus does. It elevates your spirit, where you are more connected to your higher self, your truer self. It also helps to connect all three bodies together so you feel connected instead of disconnected. The Atomic Ormus will help your memory, help you to think better. It will help you to be more intuitive, where you can actually read people's minds. You're tapping into your psychic centers. You're tapping into your true psychic ability, telekinesis, telepathy. All of that is very possible when you start taking the Atomic Ormus. So for people that's saying that they've been feeling like pressure on their head, one thing that I would say is that everybody has different reactions or symptoms to this. Now, I have nothing but good symptoms or good effects from taking Atomic Ormus. For the people that are a little worried because maybe they're getting headaches or whatever, I would say to lessen the dose. Lessen the dose. Instead of taking 2 teaspoons, try to take 1 teaspoon a day. See how that does for you, or half a teaspoon. For people that's like, I don't feel anything, you might actually need to bulk up your intake and probably take 2 teaspoons instead of 1. Probably taking it 3 times a day instead of 2 times a day. So you gotta listen to your body, listen to yourself intuitively, and it'll guide you and tell you what you need to do. But I will say the pressure on the head has a lot to do with your crown chakra. Your crown chakra is your connection to your higher self. For people that's having excruciating headaches and head pressure, I would say that perhaps you need to work on your lower chakras first before you start opening up your crown chakra. There's some type of disconnection that's happening throughout your energetic body. So your chakras are energy points. You might have a lot of obstacles that are preventing you from connecting to your higher self. So that's when you have to do the shadow work. Okay, the shadow work to go within. Now, probably in the next video, I'm going to talk a little bit more about shadow work briefly, like a little crash course on shadow work and how to deal with your inner demons, how to make friends with them, and also understanding who you really are, even in the dark, scary places that we don't like to look. Because there's a light side to us and there's a shadow side to us. And once we understand both sides are necessary in order for us to operate in this world, then we will no longer fear those parts of us. Give me that society tells us that we have to shun away. You embrace every part of you because you are designed perfectly as you are meant to be. There is no mistake. The universe makes no mistakes. Understand that. You designed yourself. Ashe. So that's pretty much it for the Atomic Ormus. Positive effects is you will feel like you know your purpose. You will feel like you have this mission. Like some people go throughout life not really knowing their purpose, what they're supposed to do. But with the Atomic Ormus, you're going to be like, no, I know what I need to do. It's like going to be like this defining aha moment, like an epiphany. Your dreams are going to be more lucid and you'll remember your dreams for days to come, like a movie. Okay, now I would say try not to drink alcohol or smoke any type of, do any drugs and stuff like that, just because you will want to allow the elixir to work throughout your body the best way. Okay, I do like to take my Atomic Ormus on an empty stomach first thing in the morning and like on an empty stomach before I go to bed at night. So like at least 2 hours after you've eaten something, because that gives your body enough time to digest the food in your belly. Now, everybody else is different. Take it as your body tells you to take it. But just let me know, in the comments, let me know how the Atomic Ormus is helping you. If you want to know how to get the Atomic Ormus, if you haven't gotten it already, I'm going to put my Amazon link in the description or in the comments pinned below so you can have access to that, because Amazon ships really fast. And even though there is a lot of different Atomic Ormus and monatomic golds out there, I find that this brand specifically tends to be really good. There are some people that's saying that, they've had some bad reviews, but those are mostly people who probably are not eating right, who are probably not taking the other supplements that we're taking with the Atomic. So with this Atomic Ormus, we're also taking colloidal silver and the chlorophyll. Okay, it's a reason why we're taking all 3. Now, if you're taking all 3 elixirs, you're going to start noticing you are going to start advancing on a whole nother level. This is alchemy. And you got to realize that you are a caterpillar that is branching and evolving into a butterfly. You are changing from a base metal into a gold, the highest, most enlightened being. Ashe. So anyway, that's it for now. I didn't even want this video to be this long. But if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. And yeah, I hope this video helped you. Anyway, peace.